Hello. And yeah, I just want to jump right into this reaction. I think this took place right before the latest season, so we're just gonna have to wait and see how I feel about this video and see if like there's some like what elements I find cool, and maybe I'll talk a little bit about the latest season once we get into it as well.
The child you're carrying is part vampire, part werewolf.
This pregnancy is
That it
one
is.
of nature's loopholes.
You and Klaus made something special.
Before Hope
Oh, the
Mikaelson
tarot
was born,
cards.
the French quarter witch Sabine Laurent swore, "Nos omnia perditu LM."
Wasn't Sabine like another person as well, or like she was one of Elijah's exes, right?
The child will destroy
A
us all.
powerful scent of death. Thank you so much. That is such a nice thing to say.
Death to all witches. I know Hope Mikaelson, and she's just a child.
Oh, that's Vincent Griffith, yeah.
This hatred.
It's your father or whatever.
Vengeance. This is your father.
That's something I don't like about Rick saying. Like, it's just rude.
You aren't just anyone, Hope. You're
Like, that is just Rick talking from fear, not from, like, it's not a real thing.
amount of power.
Firstborn witches in this bloodline possess devastating.
Mm-hmm.
That baby will bring death to us all.
You're saying this is what's to come for Hope.
Hope will suffer far more than Freya. Hope's magic will be tainted. with
I really
blood
like
as
the
well as
the cloud, or I really like the crows falling from the sky. I think that's really funny. It'd be very cool to see if that was something that used to happen around Hope when she was younger and just like starting out to learn her powers, because that actually happened with Dahlia when she was like older, right? She was like 18, 19 or something. At least that's what she looks like, or maybe mid 20s or something. Like she's a lot younger, and that's when like things start going awry. Or maybe it's happened earlier. Like it does happen a little earlier too, when like Hope has issues with her abilities. Like things just kind of like energy just bursts out of her and stuff like that. So it's an interesting element of the Mikaelson bloodline.
That charlatan was right, Vincent. Hope Mikaelson will be our downfall.
When people like you.
I don't know who that is. So that chick, that is, I think, someone that Vincent is dating in like the last season or the second to last season or something. And I don't know her name. I don't even know what happens to her. I don't remember. Is she still around? I don't actually know, because I feel like she was there and then maybe I missed something. Maybe she died or something and I just don't remember. But I feel like she just kind of dropped off at one point. So perhaps she died. I have no idea.
Entire villages can burn.
You, love, are the daughter of Klaus Mikaelson. You're going to be the greatest witch the world has ever seen.
Hope Mikaelson may be strong enough to destroy this city, but she might also.
And nothing will stop
That was a
progress
weird
in the
animation of Malivore popping out of the
Be that
mud.
spark that ignites a revolution.
You're good, Hope.
You, my sweet girl.
I really like the whole white wolf design. That looks really cool.
For an all-powerful
Although,
being, you're not great at hiding.
are her eyes always yellow?
Once Freya teaches her to hone her magic,
I thought her eyes were blue for some reason when she turned.
I'm not scared.
Oh, it's the Cupid or whatever.
I'm a Mikaelson witch.
I was created to be the loophole that ends Malivore. It's the only reason I exist. I'm gonna have to become a fully activated tri-bridge in order to defeat Malivore.
My
Yep.
brother Niklaus doesn't like to be told what to do.
Then I don't like being told what to do.
he had a family.
A crew isn't the same.
What does your mommy say about family?
Family is always and forever.
It's like you always say. That we stick
Family
together
is
always and
power.
forever. If we stick together, nothing can hurt us.
Hope has already lost so much in her life.
Always and forever.
I like Rick's beard now. It looks cool. It's actually very similar to mine, I think, because I have the straps down here as well.
Hope. Her name is Hope.
The savior of this family.
This was our family's hope.
It wasn't fair.
Mm-hmm.
We should never have been your burden to bear.
You like being the tri-bird is your own burden to bear. Don't lose sight of what's in your corner.
Okay. That was the Salvatore house, right? It was not that big. It was definitely not that big. It is like 3 times the size it originally was. And it's weird. Unless the Salvatore boarding house expanded over the years, but like the rest of it looks just as old as like the other half. Like it's weird to me because it feels like the house just blew up in size. I don't know.
Thing I've never had.
What's that?
Friends.
Am I doing enough?
A family.
Am I the person that he would have wanted me to be?
He watches over you every day. He did die with love in his heart.
I like that the necromancer is just like, yep.
And he doesn't regret his choice.
Your dad loves you, man.
Yes, she is.
You are worth every sacrifice.
You have to let some things die so that others
By the way, I wish Rebecca was in more of this season.
might live.
Because she's only in, what, 1 episode? And then Freya's in another one as well?
You're always good for a snarky quip.
You've opened up your heart, despite the risks.
The heart which beats in your chest.
Have it your way.
Sounds like risking everything for the people you love is a classic Mikaelson move.
Is a warrior's heart.
Always has been.
The heart of a Mikaelson.
That is the legacy that you will carry on.
Some all-powerful tri-bird you are.
Mothers love their children.
Ooh, superhero punch. Boom. Oh, they just showed Michael. Oh my god, imagine if Michael met Hope.
Oh, I have a plan for her.
That would be phenomenal. Like, flat out, if there was any character that you would want to bring back, it's like, it's not Klaus, man. It's not Klaus that gets to see Hope again. Michael. Michael meets Hope. That'd be so cool to see what he would do in that situation. Because I don't know what Michael would do. Would he kill her? Because Klaus is already dead, right? Or is he just gonna let it go at that point? Like, what happens to Michael once his unending goal has been achieved? That's wild to me to think about. Anyway, let's keep going. Ooh, just got stabbed.
Plan B. There's always a plan B. I am death incarnate. You
Ooh.
can't kill me.
Explosion. Also, what is the... See, I thought the blue, like, weird power thing was from the Hollow or something, but I guess not, because it looks like she still does that in the current show, where when she was having issues with her abilities, there was a blue surge of power. So, is that just how she manifests her, like, lack of control? Is that what that is? Ooh. Beheaded the necromancer right there.
I shouldn't even technically exist.
But can you be a miracle and a mistake at the same time?
You're not a mistake.
That's kind of interesting, because it's like you could be a miracle and a mistake. Well, you know, kind of everyone's a bit of a mistake, you know. No one is perfect in that sense. Like, we all screw up, we all do things that are wrong, and then in those moments it's like, yeah, we screw up a lot. And she does as well. Like, that's just kind of how it is. But I feel like Hope's always like, you know, I just shouldn't exist or whatever. It's like, no, that's not actually true. Like, everyone is flawed, and that's just how it is. You're still... The way I see it is, like, everyone is both a success and a failure at the same time, because that's just the path of life, in a sense, where it's like you screw up and you succeed, but it's like a balance of those two things that force you to grow. And, like, that's just kind of how characters are as well. Like, it's the same thing. And so it's interesting, because she's also, like, a very young character in the show. I think she's, like, 17 or something like that. So it's understandable, especially like, you know, if you're going through nihilism, you're probably in your late high school career. I feel like that's when those types of ideas appear, because you're also like, what comes next and stuff. But in her case, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't exist because I'm like a mix of all these things that shouldn't really mix together, and then also like I'm this loophole for Malivore and all these other things. It's very interesting because it's kind of like a manifestation in a way of that whole idea that I guess teenagers go through, where it's like, what's really my purpose here? Am I just here to be here, or do I have some larger purpose? Like, what's going on? It's very interesting.
There's no reason why you can't be whatever you want to.
The cosmos is lucky to have you.
A new hope.
Oh, that was the scene right after the whole cult episode or whatever. I think it's a cult episode or something. I didn't really watch those too much because they were very head trippy, and I didn't love those episodes all that much, like the Star Wars one or whatever. If those were weird to me. That being said, enjoyable video. So yeah, that's the entire video. I had a decent time. I still don't know if I'm going to finish the latest season. And it's just because it's nothing against any of the characters. It's just the writing of the show isn't my favorite all that much. And maybe it's nostalgia talking, but I think that TVD and the originals did a little bit better of a job with some of the writing. I still love the characters. So like, I really enjoy Caleb. I love Hope. I like Josie. I like Lizzie. Those are like the 4 characters that I really, really like. Milton, I feel like they need to go down the route where he loses his humanity. I think that would be the most interesting route for that character to go down. And then there are some other auxiliary characters that, I mean, I don't really need. There's the guy from Kicking It, and then Josie's girlfriend or whatever. And I think Josie's also left the show now. So it's definitely interesting because she was one of my more beloved, like one of the characters I loved a lot more. Yeah, that being said, I enjoyed the entire video. I mean, it's just cool to see these types of things because it just reminds you of random things or potential ideas of what you might want to see in the future for the show. And that's just kind of how my brain works when I watch these. It's not really like, oh, I'm thinking about the specific editing choices or like the song and stuff. I'm thinking specifically about the show when I watch this, and I'm like, oh, this show had this scene. I know that scene. Let's speak a few lines from it and stuff like that. And that's what I love about videos like this, because it just brings back those memories and like my neurons fire, and I'm like, oh, cool. I remember this. That being said, I had a good time. That's all I really have to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed. That being said, let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video. Also, let me know if you have any other videos you'd like me to react to in the future. As always, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos from me on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.